So, can you quit your job when you're on workers' comp? You got injured at work, you're treating, you're not yet permanent and stationary, let's say, you're still getting treatment, haven't seen a QME, but you want to quit your job. Can you do that? Well, the short answer is you bet. You can quit anytime. Move on to another job if you're able to do it, if you're not totally temporarily disabled. But let's talk about where it can impact. So if you quit your job, there's two main areas where it can impact your workers' comp case. First, if you're on temporary total disability, your doctor says you cannot work at all right now because of your injury. If you quit your job, temporary disability will continue. That ties back to your original injury. You don't have to be employed to get temporary total disability. So let's say you had a back surgery, a knee surgery, your doctor has you off work. You quit your job, temporary disability will continue. But where it can come into play, the first of the two main areas, is if your doctor releases you to temporary modified work, temporary light duty work. So your doctor says, you know what? You're getting better, your knee is doing better, your back is doing better. Let's try releasing you to work so you can go back to work. You can work 40 hours a week, but you shouldn't lift over 20 pounds. You shouldn't use your left arm, that type of thing. In that instance, if you quit your job and your employer could have accommodated those restrictions, but for you quitting, chances are the insurance company is not going to pay temporary disability. So that's where the rubber meets the road. So if you're working at a job and they're really good at accommodating light duty temporary restrictions, if you quit your job, you're not going to get temporary disability once your employer says, we could have accommodated those restrictions, but she quit. We don't know why she quit, but she's not an employee, so no temporary disability. So that's the first area. If you're on temporary total disability, you'll still get benefits. If you're on temporary partial disability or light duty, chances are the insurance company won't pay if the employer could have accommodated those restrictions. What's the second area, you ask? Second area is with the job voucher. So you get, if there is permanent disability and if you can't return to your job, you get a job voucher basically at the end of your case, once you settle and there's a level of permanent disability found. The employer may argue at that time that you're not entitled to the job voucher because you voluntarily quit the job. There's some gray area in the law where attorneys have some fun arguing that they still have to offer the job or not, but chances are you're going to run into a fight trying to get that job voucher if you voluntarily quit your job, because now you can't go through that interactive process with your employer. So can you quit if you got hurt at work? You bet. You can quit at any time. Even if you're on temporary disability, if it's been a year since your injury, you can quit your job. You can go find another one if it fits within your restrictions. You can quit your job, but just keep in mind, if you're released to temporary light duty work, temporary partial disability, there's a good chance they won't pay temporary disability. Of course, if you've taken a new job, doesn't matter, you're getting a paycheck now. And then the other area where it might come in is a voucher. So those are the two areas. If you have questions on this video or comments, drop a comment down below. And if you like the video, hit the like button.